Welcome to the NBA 5 on 5. Dear listeners and watchers, we have decided to give you a short video tutorial on NBA stats and the stats and terms used on our podcast. So NBA 5 on 5, official glossary of all the NBA stats and terms used. Understanding the NBA, explaining stats and metrics. There is no such thing as a perfect statistic, but there is such a thing as the perfect application of a statistic. While some people believe too fully that there is nothing more to basketball than the human aspect, others realize that numbers can explain a whole lot about the action on the court. Those that embrace the numbers generally tend to see their knowledge of the game increase, but only if they know how to use the stats. Now, I do understand that some of the advanced stats and metrics can be a bit intimidating because they're unfamiliar and in some cases complicated. It doesn't help that we are force-fed with stats. Every time I see someone immediately dismiss a statistic because it's useless, it kills a little part of me. No stat is worthless if you know how to use it. The following explain the most common stats and metrics that we use. Once we add new stat, I will update this glossary video tutorial. And as always, feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, and please activate the bell which will notify you of new video releases. This is the version 0.1 which will be used from the 1st November of 2021. This is the stat that we created and I found it very interesting, and it is ATAG in kilograms per centimeter, which means athleticism and agility, and it gives us weight in kilograms per 1 centimeter of height. So now through that ratio we can see who's skinny, who's heavy, and who has a lot of weight on his jaws and ankles, and so on and so forth. EFF per game or total, meaning efficiency. The NBA publishes online all of the basic statistic records officially by the league. Individual player efficiency is expressed there by a stat referred to as efficiency and abbreviated EFF. It is derived by a simple formula: points plus rebounds plus assists plus steals plus blocks minus missed field goals minus missed free throws minus turnovers. That would be per game, and then divided by games played would give us an average per game. This formula was created by Kansas City sports reporter and statistician Martin Manley. FP stands for fantasy points, the number of fantasy points a player accumulates. The formula is 1 fantasy point per point, 1.2 fantasy points per rebound, 1.5 fantasy point per assist, 3 fantasy point for a steal, 3 for a block, and -1 for a turnover. From today we will add BPM per 100 possessions, which stands for box plus minus. There is also OBPM, which stands for offensive box plus minus, and DBPM, which stands for defensive box plus minus. Those two together give box plus minus. Box plus minus is available since the 73-74 season in the NBA. A box score estimate of the points per 100 possessions that the player contributed above a league average player, translated to an average team. Box plus minus version 2.0 is a basketball box score based metric that estimates a basketball player's contribution to the team when the player is on the court. It is used only on the information in the traditional basketball box score, no play-by-play data or non-traditional box score data. Like dunks or deflections are included. BPM uses a player's box score information, position, and the team's overall performance to estimate the player's contribution in points above league average per 100 possessions played. Box plus minus does not take into account playing time. League average is defined as 0.0, meaning 0 points, above average or below average. Because above average players play more minutes, there are far more below average players than above average players in the league at any time. A value of plus 5 means that the team is 5 points per 100 possessions better with the player on the floor than with average production from another player. In the 2018-2019 season, teams averaged around 100 possessions per 48 minutes game. To give a sense on the scale, plus 10 is an all-time season. Think peak Jordan or LeBron. Plus 8 is an MVP season. Think peak Dirk or peak Shaq. Plus 6 is an all-NBA season. Plus 4 is an all-star consideration. Plus 2 is a good starter. Plus 0 is a decent starter or solid sixth man. Minus 2 is a bench player. This is also defined as a replacement level. Below minus 2 are many end-of bench players. We have added warp to our analysis, and that stands for value over replacement player. Value over replacement player, available since the 73-74 season in the NBA, a box score estimate of the points per 100 team possessions that the player contributed above a replacement level, minus 2 type of player, translated to an average team and prorated to an 82-game season, multiplied by 2.7 to convert to wins over replacement. Now we have a group of stats regarding played games. So GS stands for games started, the number of games a player played as starter. GP stands for games played, the number of games played. This is in between. This is available since the 82 season. Wins, W stands for wins and L stands for losses. We have also added WS, which stands for win shares. Win shares is a player statistic which attempts to divide up credit for team success to the individuals on the team. Full details are available below, but the important things to note are that it is calculated using player, team, and league-wide statistics, and the sum of player win shares on a given team will be roughly equal to that team win total for the season. For example, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar total of 25.4 win share in 71-72 is the all-time single season record, and his 273.4 win share score, his career win shares are the all-time career record. Abdul-Jabbar played long enough to compile many such career records. The all-time leader in win shares per 48 minutes is Michael Jordan. which falls in line with the prevailing wisdom on Jordan's GOAT status. And let's explain what the GOAT status means. It means greatest of all times. Here are some basic and well-known categories. Min stands for minutes, PTS stands for points, FGM field goals made, FGA field goals attempted, FG percentage made, field goals percentage, 3PM 3 points made, 3PA 3 points attempted, 3P percentage made, 3 points percentage, FTM free throw made, FTA free throws attempted, FT percentage made, free throws percentage, OREB offensive rebounds, DREB defensive rebounds, REB total rebounds, AST assists, TOV turnovers, STL steals, BLK blocks, PF personal fouls, DD2 double doubles, TD3 triple doubles. So we hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial on NBA stats, and if you would like us to make some more detailed explanations or explanations with examples, please let us know in the comments, and please subscribe and activate the bell button to support the channel.